Hey, Nick from Playbook here. Welcome to a new day in our Playbook project. Hope you're enjoying the journey so far. Wanted to share with you a little bit of kind of some eye-opening experiences I had today. Got a video update from our developer. And so what we're doing here in Basecamp, we're posting daily videos or daily updates. He's posting them. He had gone through and finished most of the components. So when you build a task in Playbook, you can add different components to that. Basically, you can build out a form, or you can keep it just a simple description. And he made a video, and he made a Loom video, and he was talking about some of the validation um, for the form components. And so if you think about, I'm going to zoom in here in our design in Figma. So right here, for instance, this is you can create a checklist. As you're creating a task, you would click on this add component, and you would add a task to you would add this component to the task. So you'd create a task, you would add the component, and so here, this state up here is what the creator, what the admin, whoever's designing this process or designing this task would see. And then here is what the end user would see, whoever is completing the task. But if you look here, I saw this design, looks great, things are going to function. Well, this isn't obvious that it's an input. Once you add them, you can't delete them, and we have no validation state. And so frankly, I'm a little bit embarrassed by how poor of a job I did getting, having a quote unquote final design to hand over to the developer when there remains a lot to be designed here. In addition, if you have different states like, mouse over states, click states, how do these different things behave? We just don't have that. And some of that is due to the fact that this is too small of a time window to have a fully functioning, high fidelity, near completion prototype. That just didn't fit the 100-day scope here that we are trying to fit this project into. But with that said, I didn't put a whole heck of a lot of thought behind, the form validation, the different states here on deleting. If you add 5 different checklist options, and then you delete, you want to delete 2 of them. I just didn't put a whole lot of thought behind that. And so I handed off to the developer a really poor spec. Not a really poor spec, but it just leaves a lot to be desired. And so, the development spec that we had, it includes different important terms. It includes just some different, some really rough wireframes, how the database should be structured, but what each screen should have. So here's the different screens, and then I go into what each screen should have, the call to actions, the empty states, but I really left a lot to be desired on the next level deeper. And so watching this video, and I hope to be able to post that. I don't have the download right to it at the moment from our developer, Abhay. But what I want to show you is just, I haven't, most of the time in our other product called Harvest Profit, which is a farm management software tool, that is our kind of my full-time gig now and is our core product, my core product at the moment. A lot of the features there, we just have, we haven't put together full specs, and so that's one of the things we're trying to do is, if you go back to Joel Spolsky, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but he has the software test. Well, I'll just pull that up now. I can't remember what exact 12 steps to better code. So trying to really nail the Joel test, which is the 12 steps to better code. Do you use source control? Can you make a build in one step? Do you make daily builds? Do you have a bug database? Do you fix bugs before writing new code? Do you have a spec? Yeah, all of these are things that we're trying to adhere to. And we do obviously do some specs, but they haven't been fully featured. We have a small team. We have 4 full-time people. And so we've been lacking with that. And I frankly haven't done the best job. And so with Playbook, trying to get better at having more fully featured specs. And today, I realized that my spec building needs a lot of improvement. There are a lot of little micro interactions, little features that I didn't think about, little interactions with the database, the things that make a product truly a great product, things I didn't think about. And so I just wanted to share that with you to show you that building out these specs I think is important. And I did a pretty poor job of getting down to the granular enough level of detail to make it as pain-free as possible for the developer. And in addition, the other point I wanted to emphasize is working with somebody who has experience building high-quality production software. They can identify those issues. And so at the end of the day, I don't feel terrible. The fact that we're doing some more iterative development here, it isn't just checking things off the to-do list. This is a dynamic process. We're figuring out the scope, a little bit of the scope along the way. I just think I should have had some of the more building block features of a web app, such as form validation, deleting the delete state. Those were just things that once I realized the absence of those, it was kind of embarrassing. So with that, just wanted to share with you some vulnerability and some improvement that I have to make as we continue to add features to Playbook and our other product, Harvest Profit. Because at the end of the day, we want to enable our developers to do the best work possible, and thinking and being considerate of those different states of the feature of your web app is a key step in creating an environment for productive work. So with that, we will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for joining along. Please subscribe to the channel, comment if you have any questions, and just going to continue plugging along here and hopefully have some more prototype work to show you here in a few days. Thank you.